Arirang Acting Award goes to the films and shows we unofficially decided on. Introducing to you Korean cinema and media. This is We're gonna welcome back director, friend of IWIS, fellow Vancouverite Canadian, Jerome Yu in the studio.
Yay!
Yay!
Canada.
Yay. Yeah, Canada. Woohoo! Well, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've recovered?
Shh, they don't know about it.
What? Recovered from just a sad state of being without bread for a while?
No, I had a lot of bread.
You have a lot of carbs, you go to sleep, you pass out, and then you need to recover the next day.
Yeah. Well, how was your weekend?
My weekend?
Yeah.
Did I just have a weekend? I had a whole week.
Okay, so what did you do during the whole week? You better have some interesting stories.
I wrote, I read, I went on some nice, lovely hikes up on the mountain.
Where? Which one?
Daemosan.
Which is?
This is the mountain that my friend likes to go hiking at.
Yeah.
And it has a really nice viewpoint.
Oh.
They sell ice cream at the top of the mountain.
Is it real ice cream though?
Yeah, it's real ice cream. What's fake ice cream?
Bad ice cream.
Bad ice cream's fake ice cream?
Yeah. Is it real ice cream?
Maybe if that's subjective, then some might be fake to you, but some might be real to me.
Okay, so it was okay.
It was good. I liked it. How was your week?
My week was the same, just working, breading, reading.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Did you say bread?
Yeah, breading.
Breading?
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Breading. That's
new
a new
verb.
That's a new verb.
Yeah. Do you like to bread?
That doesn't sound right.
Well, do you like to bread though?
I like to eat bread.
Do you really? I don't really think you do.
Breading sounds like when there's words like spooning or something. It's just it doesn't sound right. You know what I'm saying?
You're weird.
Anyways,
yes, we have a question for you.
Okay, what would that be?
Well, I've known you since before you did films, directing, but I don't think I ever asked why did it happen, and was there a specific event or a film or a person that inspired you to take this path?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because
I think Harry Potter.
You're not being real.
No,
right?
I'm being serious.
You're being real?
Yeah, I think about the films that spark magic in you.
Yeah.
You know, and.
No, I really, yo, you are, bro. I don't know. Speak the truth.
No, I'm being serious. If I think about the films that stirred something in me, it's Indiana Jones, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All the Harry Potter movies.
Okay. I haven't watched or read anything related to Potter.
How are you the host of this show?
I know, but it's my pride.
That you're not going to watch Harry Potter?
No, I feel special when I say this and people start hating on me.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Am I a pick-me? So yeah, okay, go on.
No, yeah. So movies like Harry Potter inspired my childhood, and I don't necessarily think that led me to become a film director. Mm-hmm. But I think it's one of the films that I think about of just nostalgically, is that a word? But, I'm very nostalgic about it, and it feels like it's a good reminder of why I would like to make movies, but also Nickelodeon shows like Even Stevens and Zoe 101.
I don't know. I know Nickelodeon, but I don't know whatever you just said.
You don't know these shows? We're a different generation. We're showing our age right now.
Yeah, that's true. We should continue because you sound like a very old boy. I'm sleek.
Oh, so smart.
Yeah.
So smart.
Well, what is the movie we're talking about today?
Let me start off with a quote, okay? Instead of your silly little jokes.
Go ahead.
Let me start with this. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone. This is
Do it again.
Why?
Do your quote again.
Why?
You just do it. Laugh when the what?
Laugh when the world laughs with you. Mm-hmm. weep and you weep alone.
Okay.
What are you trying to do here?
I was trying
You're
to
trying
make
to
a fool
like
of you.
trap me?
Yeah.
You're trying to trap me
Well,
here?
where's this quote from?
It's from the film Old Boy,
Okay.
which is the film we're going to talk about today.
It's from the film we're talking about today called Old Boy, and we announced this last week because we wanted you guys to watch it if you wanted to, like just know what we're talking about if you didn't want spoilers, because obviously this film has some plot twists. And if you want to watch it wholly by yourself with no spoilers, then you should not be listening to today's episode. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Old Boy today. And before we get in depth with the stuff we are going to talk about, we're going to go listen to a soundtrack from Old Boy. And this is the theme song for character Ujin, played by...
Isu?
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 No, he's...
Oh, wait. Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about the actor. Sorry, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the track.
Yujin,
Yujite, yeah,
Yujite.
Actor Yujite 배우님.
Yes, so he plays the character Ujin, and this is the theme song for Ujin. This is Cries and Whispers by Lee Jisoo from Old Boy. That was Cries and Whispers, the theme song of Ujin by Lee Jisoo from the movie Old Boy. And yes, you guys saw the poster while we were listening to this song. We are talking about Old Boy today on AAA, Arirang Acting Awards. Firstly, please tell us what this movie is about, like basic facts.
Wow, this movie, first just a little bit of a note. It's one of my favorite Korean movies. Of course, you know, like through my appearances on the show so far, I've been talking about most of my favorites. But, you know, really, Old Boy is that one movie that every single cinephile across the world,
Yeah.
you know, is familiar with. Old Boy by Park Chan Wook is the director. Park Chan Wook, Hwang Jo-yoon, Im Jun-hyung are the co-writers, and producers Kim Dong-ju and producer Kim Dong-ho.
I wonder if they're related. Kim Dong-ju.
Just because they're Kims?
No, Kim Dong-ju, Kim Dong-ho.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They are.
They are related?
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Talking about the cast a little bit, the legendary, a lot of legendaries here. I
Yes.
feel like this is one of those movies where it just has created a bit of a legend. But we have Choi Min-sik playing the role of Oh Dae-soo, Yoo Ji-tae, as you were saying, playing the role of Lee Woo-jin, and Kang Hae-jung as Mi-do.
I want to mention some other movies or shows that these actors have been in case our listeners don't know. Choi Min-sik was in I Saw the Devil, which I've mentioned many times on this show because it's one of my favorite Korean
Another
films.
amazing film.
And we should talk about it.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
And Yoo Ji-tae recently played Professor in the Korean version of Money Heist. I feel like that's where some of our listeners may recognize him from. Kang Hae-jung is today, I mean, she's a great actress, but today she is well known as Haru's mother.
Haru. What's
Yeah.
You know, if I have to be honest, I haven't really kept up to date with Kang Hae-jung 배우님's career, so
You know, she's married to Epic High, right?
I
Tableau.
love Epic High. Really?
You did,
What?
bro. She's married to Tableau and she has a daughter with him, Haru.
Oh, okay.
And they were on like this baby program and they're like so famous.
Amazing. Wow,
yeah.
it's like two iconic,
Wait,
you know,
PD님
figures in
is-
the entertainment industry.
PD님, is it 2002 right now? It's, 2024. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, what is the basic storyline?
Okay, so
Man is shocked. Bro is shocked right now.
I'm shook right now.
Bro,
Tableau and
Rick is like, he can't go on with
yeah,
today's
because I'm
show.
like Epic High, like, you know, like love, like all these like musics from my childhood, and there's Old Boy. It's like this like amazing marriage, and the fact that like it's come together to result in this child called Haru. Amazing.
I'm gonna get abs.
Let me talk about the film.
Yeah, okay.
Listen. Here's a synopsis. After being mysteriously imprisoned for 15 years without explanation, a man is suddenly released and given 5 days to uncover his captor's identity, only to discover a dark, twisted secret that will change everything he thought he knew about his life.
Yes. This was released in 2003.
That's right. In November domestically, and it went to the Cannes Film Festival in 2004 and went on to win the Grand Prix Award, which is the best director prize just underneath the Palme d'Or.
Right.
It was as close as Korea got on the world stage to winning the Palme d'Or until Bong Joon-ho came in with Parasite.
Okay, so when this released...
And I just want to say, it was rumors were saying he didn't get the Palme d'Or with a single vote.
Really?
A single vote.
Oh my gosh.
Rumors, but no one's admitted it, but this has been quite well known.
Dang.
Yes.
Right. This released in 2003, which means you were 9.
I was 8 or 9.
Yeah, and I was 1, so clearly we weren't in the theaters.
You watched it when you were 1.
Yeah, I watched it with some popcorn with my parents.
Maybe you could have been a cinematic film genius if you had watched it back then. You know, like how parents will expose their children to classical music and things like that. But then imagine if your parents let you watch Old Boy.
Yeah, like they made me watch The Host. Remember?
That's right.
Well, when did you watch this film?
I watched, if I have to be honest, I don't exactly know, but I have this, I remember it was one of these movies that it was almost embarrassing to say and admit to my colleagues and peers that I didn't watch it. And this is before I got into filmmaking.
Right.
But everyone was talking about it and they're not Korean. And then they're like, oh, Jerome, you're Korean. You must have watched it. And I'm like, yeah, it's a great film. I love
it. It's so happy. I love the ending.
Yeah, exactly. So then I'm like, oh shoot. So I have to watch it to actually know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah. So that kind of brought me to watch it first, which I think it was around 2016. It was quite late, and I haven't seen The Godfather since 2 years ago.
Right.
So I've been missing out on some classics. But when I watched it, I was blown away, obviously, as most people are. That's why it's called a contemporary masterpiece.
Yeah.
And it's studied, everywhere. Like most film schools like to pick out Old Boy as that one movie to watch when we're talking about twists and turns.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot to love about this movie. Was I boring you? You gotta correct
Bundy is very important to our show.
Bundy's bored of my little speech, my passionate speech about Old Boy, a cinematic.
Why are you such a softie? Oh my gosh, toughen up, boy. I want to talk about when I first watched the film.
You were 1.
No, I was
actually. When it came out.
Actually, it was I think around 2016 as well. Because
don't copy me.
Or maybe 2018. I remember I just had bleached hair. For Gongju. That's when I watched it.
Okay,
so it's 2018.
2018.
Yeah. So I was at my company back then and I had to come to radio, Arirang. And our radio show back at the time was at 8 p.m. So I had to kill some time. So I was just sitting there and I was like, let's watch some Netflix. And I went on my phone and don't at me, guys. I'm sorry, okay? I know this was terrible behavior, but I went on my phone and there was Old Boy, and I was very young back then. I didn't know this was humongous. So I was like, oh, I think it's kind of popular. Let me watch it. And I was in the dance practice room watching this on my phone with the volume up high with staffs working in the room next to me. And I shouldn't have done that, right? But I did it. And there were many scenes where I had to turn the volume down quickly. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't watch this here. And then I stopped watching and then I finished at home. Yeah, so that's when I watched it.
Right.
Interesting, right?
It was like a film that's taboo. Like you're not supposed to watch it, but you're watching it secretly.
Yeah, it was fun though. And I was like, ooh. Oh, and also I should mention I was underage at the time.
Yeah. But, the biggest thing to note here is Iris Hwang watched Old Boy on a phone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm embarrassed.
You should be.
But at least I watched it.
You haven't watched the film.
Oh.
You haven't.
Okay.
Watching it on the phone.
Okay,
Get out of here.
Sir Director,
Get
Mr.
out of here.
Director.
The disrespect to this masterpiece.
The disrespect to Kang Hae-jung, Tableau, and Haru's family with their epic marriage. The disrespect, bro. The
Well,
disrespect.
You know, it's mostly a Chaeminchik driven film, isn't it? Just kidding.
There was also, Rick Gao says in the comments, this movie was filmed at the same time as Memories of Murder. I think Choi Min-sik visited the set too. Do you know about this Easter
Rick
egg?
Gao, you got the fun facts going, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's BTS behind the scenes photos of Song Kang-ho 배우님 and Chaeminchik 배우님.
It's so funny.
Shooting kind of like, I don't know if it's side by side or maybe they just went out of the way to visit each other.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is pretty cool how like there's these sort of crossing paths between two legendary actors as well as a set of two legendary filmmakers.
Right. It's very interesting. You guys should search that up later. And also, this is part of the Vengeance series, right?
That's right. So the Vengeance trilogy by Park Chan Wook, it's the second of the three. I believe the first one is a sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
Yes.
Am I saying that
I need
right?
the Korean names, bro. 복수는 나의 것.
Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, and then it's Old Boy, and the last to finish it off is Lady Vengeance.
친절한 금자씨.
See, it's so funny. I don't know the Korean titles.
Really?
Yeah.
Old Boy is just the only film with the same title, English and Korean.
I guess so.
Old Boy and
Yeah,
Old
yeah,
Boy.
yeah.
And then there's 복수는 나의 것, which is the first movie you
Right.
mentioned. And
So it's not Lady Vengeance.
it's 친절한 금자씨.
Okay.
Lady Vengeance. So yeah, it is part of the trilogy. I watched all three, but surprisingly, Old Boy isn't my favorite out of all three.
It's not?
It's not.
Right.
I liked Lady Vengeance the best.
Right.
It's more gory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
What's your favorite?
of the three?
Did you watch all three?
Yes, I have watched all
Okay.
three.
What's your favorite? out
No,
of the
to
three?
me, Old Boy stands above the rest,
Right.
personally.
Right. And then?
And then maybe Lady Vengeance.
Right. Rick Gao says, I had no idea it was a trilogy. So all three films obviously talk about vengeance. Very different storylines, but I would say Old Boy has the most,
It's the most recognized.
most recognized. And the storyline is...
I think this is peak Park Chan Wook here.
Okay, it's peak Park Chan Wook. Well, we are going to take another song break and come back with some charm points that Jerome thinks of Old Boy. This song is actually another soundtrack from Old Boy. It was played by violinist Chung Kyung-hwa, legendary. You guys should check out her performance with pianist Cho Sung-jin. This is a little TMI, but they are perfect together. This is the first movement, Winter, of Vivaldi's Four Seasons Concerto, and it is the soundtrack of Old Boy. That was... Why are you staring at me?
Oh, I'm waiting for you to recap the name
Yes.
of the artist and title.
Why? Was I not doing a good job?
No, you do a fine job.
Yeah,
Why?
that
Why are you
was-
afraid of my eye contact?
No, because you had that smirk.
Now you're dodging it.
That was Vivaldi's Four Seasons Concerto, the first movement of Winter,